The roots of the deaf community and culture extend back into the 16th century. During the 16th and 17th centuries, there were few deaf communities that were established, but the first attempts to educate deaf children were made, especially by those of noble and rich families. The first deaf educator is known as Spanish monk Pedro Ponce de Leon. Leon educated 10 to 12 deaf members of his monastery in the 1540s. The deaf community continued to develop throughout the 18th century and the Enlightenment. During this time, a significant attention was drawn to deaf education. This was due in part to the first state school opening by Charles Michel in Paris. Because of this, Paris is often regarded as the modern era center of education for the deaf. This school used a sign language in order to teach students how to read and write the national language of the region. At the same time, a school in Leipzig, Germany was opening for the deaf that used the method of lip reading and articulation in order to teach students. This started the great debate of the best resources for the deaf and hard of hearing. Throughout the 19th century, French Sign Language was adapted in order to form American Sign Language. Later, in 1880, the National Association of the Deaf was founded and secured the rights of deaf and hard of hearing as long as established the place of sign language. In the 20th century, American Sign Language became recognized as a national language. Now, in the 21st century, new technology provides the use of the deaf and hard of hearing with new resources. The first resource that is often utilized by the deaf and hard of hearing is the Video Relay Interpreter Systems, also known as VRI systems. VRI systems are most often utilized in workplaces. They are also most often utilized when no professional interpreters are available. According to Callis, in 2014, VRI systems provide professional interpreters through a video connection. This allows for direct translation between American Sign Language and English in any time or setting. The next device that is often utilized by the deaf community is the cochlear implant. According to Engelman in 2017, the cochlear implant is an electronic sound receiving device that is surgically implanted behind the ear in the cochlea. This device allows the processor to capture sound and sound signals and transform them into hearing sensations. This device often has success in restoring partial hearing. In addition, this device is used by many people who gain nothing or little from the use of hearing aids. Furthermore, synthetic devices and voices are often utilized by the deaf community, especially for those born deaf or who lost their hearing before learning the use of a language. Patel states in 2013 that synthetic voices are computerized devices used in order to communicate. Many people who also use these devices are those who lost their hearing and did not undergo speech therapy. These devices have helped the deaf community in terms of communication, in addition to simplifying their everyday lives and giving them the confidence to enjoy daily activities.